year, I did a project on a tsunami. And I did that project because there was a big tsunami this year in Japan, and I wanted to learn about tsunamis. And I would like to read you my research on tsunamis. And the first one is, what is a tsunami? The second one is, where do tsunamis happen? The fourth is, why do they happen? The fifth is, what is a tsunami like? The sixth is, how does earthquake cause tsunamis? The seventh is, have there always been tsunamis? The eighth is, tricks to survive a tsunami. The ninth is, bibliography. And I'd like to explain you what are tsunamis. A tsunami is an enormous ocean wave or a lot of waves following each other. And a tsunami can travel at 700 kilometers per hour. I'd like to read you why did they happen. And they happen when a big earthquake happens under the water. It causes a big tsunami. Or it can cause a tsunami when a volcano erupts and a big rock falls in the water, and it does a splash like when we throw rocks in the water. But big rocks do a big splash and it makes a big wave. Or else a landslide can cause a tsunami too. When it slides and it pushes the water and it does a big wave. I'd like to explain what is a tsunami like. A tsunami is like if a tsunami would crash on our house. If we were still alive, we couldn't recognize where our house was, or where all the houses all the other houses were, like in these pictures. It's all destroyed everywhere in the village. And even a tsunami is strong enough to sweep people, both forest and entire village, and they can be swept back to sea. And I'd like to explain why do earthquakes cause tsunamis. And I'd like to read it all what I wrote.
Okay, so since there's no pictures, we can read it like that, and then you can look at the camera.
A tsunami can happen when one tectonic plate is forced underneath another on the seabed. This movement is slow and gradual and can go on for centuries. Eventually, the strain on the upper plate becomes too much and it lurches violently upwards, causing an earthquake. The vast amount of water pushes upwards by the earthquake can create a tsunami.
Yeah, sure.
And I'd like to share one last thing with you. It's tricks to survive a tsunami. And the first trick I learned is to move quickly to a higher ground or on the top floor or roof of a big building. The second step is watch out for animals behaving oddly because they can detect a tsunami before us. The third is if you feel the shudder of an earthquake hit inland, a tsunami may may be coming. And the fourth is listen for official warning and expect more weight. The next one may be bigger than the last. The fifth is abandon all belongings. This is no time to collect possessions, and don't count on your car. The roads may be blocked. And the sixth is a tsunami approaches. As the tsunami approaches land, the sea may pull far back from the shoreline. Don't stand and stare. It is about to crash towards you along with the full might of the tsunami wave. And thanks for listening. My book about tsunamis.